Think about your favorite football club for a moment. What's the first thing that comes to mind? Chances are it's their logo, that emblem proudly displayed on jerseys, merchandise, and all things related to the team. For a football club, the logo is more than just a pretty picture. It's the visual representation of everything the club stands for, its history, its values, and its connection to the fans. Over the last few years, you might have noticed a lot of football clubs changing their logos. It seems like everyone is doing it, and it raises a big question. Why? What's behind the trend of redesigning something so fundamental to a club's identity? The logo is the face of the team, and often deeply meaningful to supporters who have followed the club for years, even decades. Changes can be jarring and sometimes even unwelcome. A club's logo is like a badge of honor, a symbol of belonging that unites fans from all walks of life. When a club changes its logo, it's not just altering a visual element, it's potentially affecting how fans perceive the team and their connection to it. So why are clubs taking this risk? Let's dive into some of the key reasons behind this fascinating trend of football logo redesigns and understand the motivation driving these changes. Modernization and brand refresh. In today's fast-paced world, staying relevant is crucial, even for institutions as steeped in tradition as football clubs. One of the biggest reasons for a logo redesign is simply the need to modernize and refresh the brand. A logo that looked great in the 1950s might seem outdated and clunky in the digital age. Clubs need to stay current and visually appealing to attract new fans and remain competitive in the market. A key part of modernization is simplification. Older logos often contain intricate details and complex designs that didn't translate well to smaller screens or digital platforms. Modern logos tend to be cleaner, more streamlined, and easier to recognize at a glance. This is especially important for online marketing, social media, and mobile applications, where the logo needs to be instantly identifiable. Another factor driving modernization is a desire to appeal to a younger audience. Younger fans have grown up with a different visual language and are often drawn to simpler, more contemporary designs. By updating their logos, clubs hope to connect with this demographic and ensure the long-term growth of their fan base. Sometimes this means doing away with traditional crests in favor of bold geometric shapes and sans serif fonts. Several clubs have successfully modernized their logos in recent years. Take Juventus for example. They famously replaced their traditional crest with a minimalist J logo. While initially controversial, the new logo has become synonymous with the club's modern, forward-thinking approach. Manchester City is another example. They revert to a round crest, reminiscent of their older designs but with a cleaner, more contemporary feel. These successful redesigns demonstrate the power of modernization to enhance a club's brand and appeal. Mergers and acquisitions. The world of football isn't immune to the business forces of mergers and acquisitions. When two clubs merge, they essentially become a single entity, and this often necessitates a new visual identity. A merger represents a new chapter in the history of both clubs, and a new logo can symbolize this union. It's a way of creating a fresh start and signaling a unified future. Creating a new logo after a merger is a delicate balancing act. The challenge lies in incorporating elements from both clubs into the new design while creating something that feels unique and representative of the newly formed entity. This might involve combining colors, symbols, or historical references from the two original clubs. One of the biggest hurdles in a post-merger logo redesign is satisfying fans of both merged entities. Each club has its own loyal fan base with strong emotional attachments to their team's identity. Any change, especially a significant one like a logo redesign, can be met with resistance. It's crucial for clubs to engage with fans throughout the redesign process, seeking their input and addressing their concerns. One example is the formation of AFC Wimbledon. After the original Wimbledon FC moved to Milton Keynes and became Milton Keynes Dons, AFC Wimbledon was founded by supporters who opposed the move. Their logo incorporated elements of the original Wimbledon FC logo, ensuring a link to the club's history and identity. While not a merger in the traditional sense, it highlights the importance of honoring the past while creating a new future. Ownership changes and new visions. Sometimes, a change in ownership can trigger a logo redesign. New owners often come in with fresh ideas and a desire to imprint their vision on the club. Rebranding, including a logo redesign, can be a powerful way to signal a new direction or strategy for the team. It's a visual statement that the club is entering a new era under new leadership. New owners might want to modernize the club's image, attract new sponsors, or expand its reach into new markets. A logo redesign can be a key part of this overall strategy. It's a way of signaling a break from the past and embracing a new future. However, drastic changes can alienate existing fans who have a deep-seated emotional connection to the club's history and traditions. It's a risk that new owners need to carefully consider before making any major alterations to the club's identity. Communication and transparency are essential to ensure fans understand the reason behind the changes and feel involved in the process. Hull City is an example of a club where ownership changes led to a controversial rebranding attempt. The owner proposed changing the club's name to Hull Tigers, arguing that it would be more marketable internationally. This sparked widespread protest from fans who felt it was a betrayal of the club's history and identity. While the name change was eventually rejected, it highlights the potential for conflict when ownership changes lead to drastic alterations to a club's identity. Fan engagement and feedback. In recent years, football clubs have increasingly recognized the importance of involving fans in key decisions, including logo redesigns. After all, the logo is a symbol that represents the club and its community, so it makes sense to seek the input of the very people who are most invested in the team's success. Fan engagement can be a powerful tool for creating a sense of ownership and building stronger relationships between the club and its supporters. There are various ways clubs can involve fans in the logo redesign process. This might include conducting surveys, hosting focus groups, or organizing online polls to gather feedback on proposed changes and designs. Some clubs even run design competitions, inviting fans to submit their own logo concepts. Gathering information is just the first step. It's equally important for clubs to genuinely consider the feedback and incorporate it into the final design. This shows fans that their opinions are valid and that the club is committed to representing their interests. However, it's worth remembering that trying to please everyone is impossible, and some difficult decisions need to be made. A successful example of fan-driven logo change is the case of Brentford. After a period of consultation with fans, they unveiled a new crest that paid homage to the club's history while also incorporating modern design elements. The new crest was widely praised by fans who appreciated the club's efforts to involve them in the process. By empowering fans and giving them a voice, clubs can create a positive and collaborative environment that benefits everyone involved. Global market expansion. In today's globalized world, many football clubs are looking to expand their reach and attract fans from all over the world. Adapting logos for international markets and audiences can be a key part of the strategy. A logo that works well in one country might not resonate as effectively in another due to cultural differences or language barriers. Clubs need to ensure that their logos are easily recognizable and understood across different cultures. This might involve simplifying the design, choosing colors that have positive associations in different regions, or avoiding symbols that could be misinterpreted. One common approach is to create a simplified version of the logo for use in international markets. This might involve removing complex designs or text that could be difficult for non-native speakers to understand. The goal is to create a logo that is instantly recognizable and appealing to a global audience. For instance, a club might choose to use a more generic symbol or icon in its international logo, rather than a specific landmark or cultural reference that might only be familiar to fans in its home country. This ensures that a logo is accessible and relatable to people from all backgrounds. Liverpool, with its global fan base, exemplifies this approach, maintaining core elements while adapting marketing materials for diverse regions. The key is striking a balance between preserving the club's identity and appealing to a wider audience. The future of football club logos. So, we've explored the many reasons behind the evolving face of football club logos, from the need for modernization and brand refresh to navigating legal complexities and engaging with fans. The decisions behind these redesigns are far from simple. The trend of modernization and simplification is likely to continue. As technology advances and digital platforms become even more dominant, clubs will need to ensure their logos are optimized for these channels. This means creating designs that are clean, versatile, and easily recognizable across a variety of devices and screen sizes. Ultimately, the key to a successful logo redesign lies in balancing tradition with innovation. Clubs need to respect their history and the emotional connection that fans have with the existing logos, while also embracing new ideas and design trends. By involving fans in the process and communicating their vision clearly, clubs can navigate these changes effectively and create logos that resonate with both long-time supporters and new audiences alike. Predicting the future of football club logo designs is a challenge, but we can expect to see more minimalistic designs, bolder color palettes, and increased use of technology to create dynamic and interactive logos. One thing is certain, the logo will remain a vital symbol of identity for football clubs, representing their history, values, and connection to the fans who make the sport so special.